Welcome in, welcome in. Where did my notes go? Oh. Welcome in, welcome in. If you are joining live, make sure you comment live. If you are watching the replay, make sure you comment replay. Okay. We are going to be talking about the power of cold DMs, how to properly use them to expand your business, expand building connections, and getting more clients. Okay. So we are going to just have a like 30-minute or so mini training. Make sure you have your notes and you are definitely listening. So we're going to be definitely talking about 3 topics that is directly from my own ebook, Closing with Confidence. Okay, so if you've never gotten that ebook, you definitely probably want to grab that ebook. This is just a live version, mini version of that ebook. It's plenty more topics in that ebook, so I would definitely advise you to listen to this live as well as grab that ebook at the end of this live. Okay, so getting into the first topic will be outreach and cold pitching. So what is that anyways? We could talk about that. So outreach and cold pitching is definitely something so if you are a service provider, you are sending out DMs, you are sending out cold emails or anything like that to your buyer. So say if you are a graphic designer or you are a hairstylist and you find a client that you see, so that means that you want to work with them. Okay, you will send them out a message and you will also let them know why you were sending out a message. Cold DM and cold pitching is pretty much sending out a message to someone that you've never had contact with, you never had connection with or anything like that, but you want to offer them your services. Okay, so that is what cold pitching is. That is what outreaching is. Okay, most people don't like to do cold DMs, cold pitching, because they find it cringy. But if you don't have good communication, then of course you're gonna say that it's cringy. Of course it's gonna come off cringy. But to be able to send out good cold DMs and to have a really good cold pitch and cold proposal, you will need to honestly do research on that client. You will need to be able to understand what you are trying to offer them, so your cold pitch and so your message will be very clear to them. Sometimes you will have clients who are making posts. So like if you are on Facebook, mostly the clients will be on Facebook, making posts like, hey, I need flyers, hey, I need this, blah, blah, blah. You can say, hey, I can assist you with that, and then go ahead and send them a DM. So that is also a cold pitch way that you can enter into the DMs, that you can find different clients. I love Facebook. That is where I get my Facebook. That is where I get my clients from. Mainly is from Facebook. Welcome in, welcome in. If you are new here, if you've never seen me before, I am a brand strategist and a leadership mentor for visionary women in business. We are discussing the power of cold DMs. So if you are a service provider, please listen up. And if you are a woman in business, please listen up, okay? This is a mini training from one of my own written ebooks. So do not come in my, this is class. So do not come in my live trying to play. If you are trying to, you can exit yourself out. So getting into cold pitching, you definitely, like I said, you're definitely going to have to be bold, because being able to honestly do cold pitching is honestly knowing that you're going to have to accept rejection, because every cold pitch that you send out, you are not going to get a yes from. Okay, so even though you send out a DM and say, hey, I can assist you with this, you give them everything that you can assist them with, you might not get a response. You might not, you might get blocked. I've gotten blocked. I've gotten no responses, but I've also gotten people who has told me, yes, 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 yes. I'm glad you emailed me. I'm glad you DM me. So you get a whole bunch of different, responses when you cold pitch. And this is why I love doing it, because it's like a trial and error type of run. It's definitely something that you can also build, like, be courageous. Like, if you are someone who is shy, this is something that you can definitely do, is learn how to cold pitch. Okay. um what else was I going to say? So that is what outreach is. What is cold pitching? Let's talk about cold outreach in Facebook groups. Finding your ideal client, you're reaching out to them. So with this technique, what happens is, with this one, what I love to do is I love to go into Facebook groups that may already have my clients in. So because I am a graphic designer, I look for clients who are coaches. I look for clients who are in the beauty professional, industry. So that is how I am able to niche down what type of Facebook group that I am even trying to go into. Okay. And that is how you can do it as well. Understand and know who you are trying to target. Okay. This is the best way you can use this method if you already know who you are trying to target. Okay. So when you go into Facebook groups and you are wanting to find your ideal client, what happens is, most of the times they will be posting their actual work. So say if you are, let me think. Say you are a coach who also teaches coaches and get them to make their first 6 figures, maybe. You will find coaches who are struggling to have their offers clarified amongst their online presence. You will have them, refine their offers. You will have them be more clear in their messaging and stuff like that. So when you go to search for these type of clients, you will try to pinpoint and do some research on their profiles and on their, website or whatever they have, where their offers are, and you will, either pitch to them, or you will try to connect with them first before you do any pitching. Okay. What else did I wanted to say? If I'm looking over here, I am looking at my book. So yes, when you are researching, also, you are researching, you want to make sure that you can find those gaps that they are missing. So for me, I can give an example. Because I am a brand designer, I look for coaches who have gaps in outdated, brand design, who have gaps in outdated web design. They may not have no logo, or if they do have logo, it looks pretty much outdated, right? So I look for those type of clients, and then I go out and I reach out to them, and I let them know what can I help them with. And this is the type of gaps that I am seeing that you might not see. So I'm going to point out some gaps and some things that I see that you don't see. And this is how most of the times I can get my clients. You want to be able to be clear in your messaging, definitely. So they can understand, like, why are you reaching out to them, because you don't want to sit there and fake and act like you love their product. You don't want to fake and act like you're so interested in their product when you have no clue what the heck they are even doing or using. Another thing, just because AI is here, you definitely don't want to just copy and paste things from AI to sending people off a message script. And that's another thing. People are failing to use AI as a guide and not use AI to replace them. So when you go to ask AI, hey, can you help me with the DM script for this client? Okay, it's going to shoot you off some information. You take the information that it gave you and you create your own twist to it. It just gives you an outline on things. So even when you do use AI, Make sure that you are adding your own tweaks and your own messaging and your own tone of voice to the clients that you are trying to talk to. Okay, so make sure you do that as well if you need guidance. What else? So yes, definitely the key to getting your clients is always remember your why and your how. So why are you trying to target these clients, right? I love targeting coaches and hair beauty professionals because they need to have a strong presence, definitely in that type of fast type of market, right? So I love working with them. I love the way my design style is. It definitely matches with that type of industry, keeping them bold, keeping them in the light, and everything like that. So that is why I love working with who I love working with. And how is pretty much just letting them know that I can transform their brand. So not just being, cutesy and having cute designs, but we literally get into strategy, understanding your missions and your values to bring out your vision for your brand. So that is how I am able to give my clients that transformation. Okay. So you also you want to know why you are doing what you are doing, and letting people know how can you give them their solution, right? So this is why you also have to be clear in your target audience. You want to make sure you understand who you are talking to, because if you don't, you're going to be talking to everybody, and then you're going to be looking and getting no clients from nobody, no money from nobody. So be clear on who you are just talking to, okay? um what was the other? Okay, the next topic we are going to be discussing personal brand. Wait, did I say personal brand? Okay, we'll discuss personal brand. I don't think I highlighted this one in here, but it's cool. It's cool. So personal brand, you definitely want to have a personal brand. Your personal brand is definitely different from your business branding. Okay, so personal branding and business branding is different. Make sure you have both. Okay, your business brand is what you do in your business, how you give them the solutions through your offers. Your personal brand is how you show up, who you are. The way people trust you is building a personal brand. Okay, building a personal brand is really going to be like the top tier thing, okay, coming in the next years, is having a personal brand, because it's the quickest way for people to trust you. It's the quickest way for you to get your sales and building connections, okay? Because people buy from who they trust. So if I know you and I can trust you, I'm gonna buy from you. Like, I can give you definitely an example. Yesterday there was someone who I know who had needed a flyer, and there was like 60 other people. Well, I was one of the 61s, so what, 62 62 other people commented and said that they can offer their service to her. But who did she pick? She picked me because she's familiar with me and she knows me. So that was my personal brand, speaking through the roof. She already knew me. Of course, my work is beautiful, so that was just top tier, right? So building a personal brand that aligns with your business brand will help you build your clientele. By me having my personal brand, by me knowing that person, by me having my work lined up with who I am, I got a new client yesterday. So that's just how you do it, okay? Um, what else did I want to say? Like, your personal brand is how people see you, right? So if you want to be perceived as the authoritative person in your industry, you want to make sure you show up as that. Okay, how are you posting? How are you showing up? What do you do when you show up? How do you communicate to people, right? What is your leadership style? What is your communication style? Like, you want to make sure that you have a good communication style. You know your communication style, you know your leadership style, and you also know how to manage emotional intelligence. Yesterday, I spoke on emotional intelligence. If you have not seen that live, go ahead and watch that live. Yesterday live, I do feel like well, that was my first live, so I do feel like I could have came off a little bit better. I was a little bit shy, I ain't gonna lie, but that's all good. I'm back and I'm better now, so we are getting the ball rolling. Just wanted to share that with you. um so let's get into online presence. Again, if you want to grab this ebook, you can definitely grab it. It is going to be in the bio of this live session, so make sure you get it, okay? um Online presence, okay? So when it comes to your online presence, you definitely don't want to be fake just because you're online, okay? The same way that you conduct business and show up in person is the same way you need to show up online, okay? You need to be real with your audience so they are able to trust you. Okay, that is the best way to build long-term relationships with your clients. Okay, so when you online, you definitely don't want to portray your business or your personal brand as anything else but what it should be. Okay, um, you tell, excuse me. So when you show up, you definitely want to show what you bring to the table. What are your values, right? What results do you bring? So people are looking for results. People are not looking to always have, motivation, or people are not always looking to vent. If they're venting to you, they want a solution. If they're coming to you and saying, hey, I need this fixed, I need my tire fixed, or I need this fixed or something, my hair, my braid is loose, whatever, I have a bald spot here, I need you to fix it. You need to be able to come to the table and have that solution. Okay, what results do you bring to the table? What results do you bring to your clients? Okay, um and don't be afraid to step out and understand that your clients are your clients. So a lot of people tend to step out and be bold because they feel like there's other brands out there that's like them. There's other brands that's out here doing the same thing that they are doing. So they feel like if their client is seeing that brand, they may not really purchase from me. And this is when your limiting beliefs come into play. And this is why a lot of people don't like doing cold DMs, because they sit there and they start to compete, and they sit there and they start comparing themselves to other business, industries in their same field. And you do not want to do that, because if you do that, you are not going to level yourself up the way you need to. Okay, so never compare yourself to anyone. Do what you need to do and find the people that you want to work with. And also, the reason why I love co DMs, because it's pretty much like an invite only thing. And people don't have that type of mindset. Oh, I'm not co DMing. Co DMing is cringing. Co DMing is not it. I am not doing that. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, that's cool on you. But if you change your mindset and you change your perspective of having code DMs as having an invite only. So, when, okay, so say it's a party of 5 of y'all, right? Well, it's a girl group of 5 of y'all, and it's a girl trip, and you feel like you're not going to be invited, but somebody out of the group came and messaged you and was like, hey girl, do you want to come, da 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 da. That's pretty much what a cold DM is, right? Sometimes you going into friend groups where you have other friends who don't even know anybody else in the group, but you still decide to go, right? So that just kind of certain ways that you can think of, when it comes to cold DMing, is you're actually DMing the person that you specifically want to work with. And this is why when you do co DM, you don't just DM any and everybody, and you don't DM people, hey boo, what's up boo, and hey babe, like none of that. You need to get straight to the point and be a businesswoman about it. Okay, so if you're gonna DM someone, you need to say, hey, I'm sending you this message because I know that I can, like, honestly sit there and be discreet and have your messaging clear, and allow them to understand, excuse me, why you are reaching out to them. Okay, um it's only cringy because you don't know how to communicate well, and you don't know how to make your messaging detailed. Okay. I think that was it from the ebook. My allergies are trying to bother me now. So yes, when you show up online, we're going to wrap up in 10 minutes. So when you show up online, you definitely want to make sure that you are having things to back up what you are trying to sell to people. Okay. So if you are trying to sell an offer to someone and you code DM them, some of them are going to say, okay, can I see some of your work? Can I see what you've done for other clients? You need to have proof on what you did. If you don't, because I've had some clients where I've DM'd them and I've told them, look, I want to do this for you, and they're like, can I see some work? And I'll be like, I'll be honest with them. Honestly, I don't have no work. That's why I'm DMing you, because I want to get more clientele on my portfolio. So when you just be honest with people, they will either fall through with you or they won't. That's up to them, right? So build your online presence. When you are co DMing people, make sure that you have backup. Okay, make sure that your online presence matches with what you are trying to sell people. Okay, so don't be just being people DMs lollygagging and playing around and trolling. That's not what you're doing. Okay, you're in their DMs to run business and to close a deal. Okay, so make sure when you send that DM, it is clear, concise, detailed, and leaving your name or whatever under there to let them know who you are, what you do, and why the heck you are in the DMs. Okay, once you are clear, they will make their decision to DM you back and say, girl, I am so glad you messaged me, or they're going to block you, or they're just going to leave your message on read. Okay, don't fight the ones who leave your message on read. Don't fight the ones who block you. That's their loss. Okay. If some of them do leave you on read, I would not say be upset. I would say follow up with some of them, because a lot of them are busy. So say if you are dealing with high ticket clients, a lot of them are very, very busy. Okay, I have a client now I am trying to book, and she is very busy. She told me, look, girl, I'm doing this week. Reach out to me next week. Cool. You know I'm gonna reach out to you next week. That is when I'm gonna do my follow-up. You just have to communicate with your people. They will tell you, I'm busy. They sometimes don't read your message. They sometimes do leave your message on read. It does not be personal. Okay. It does not always be personal. They just be busy as hell. So you just have to sometimes follow up with them, let them know, hey, I'm messaging you back to follow up on our last conversation. What did you decide? Blah, 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 blah. Whatever you need to say, right? They'll message you back, hey, let's follow up next week, or hey, I decided to not fall through, or hey, let's go ahead and send that invoice through today. I've gotten so many different responses. Like I said, so be bold when you do this, okay? In this ebook, I also did talk about attraction marketing. So we did talk about cold DMs, but I also did talk about attraction marketing as well. I would definitely go ahead and grab this ebook. This bad boy is good. We talked about 2 risk-taking things, okay? Cold DMs is one, and attraction marketing is 2. Those both are risk taking. One, because the cold DMs is something that bold people will only do. Okay, these are the type of people who are risk takers and action takers. They don't care. They're gonna go get their client, right? But then they also have a twist and a balance to where they also use attraction marketing. Okay, so when they use attraction marketing, they are still posting. They are still making sure that they're speaking to their actual client. When you are bold in your messaging, you are being authoritative, and you are making sure that your messaging and your content is very clear for them to understand. So honestly, and making sure that you are consistently showing up as well. So that is why those 2 are definitely bold, risk-taking things, because you have some women who don't even know how to do attraction marketing because they are shy to show up. So if you're going to be bold this year, you need to be able to balance both of these, cold DMs and attraction marketing. Okay. Understanding how to clearly send clear, concise DMs, letting people know and understand why you are DMing them. And then with the attraction marketing, understanding how to speak to the person you are actually trying to speak to. Okay, not to everyone, but to the specific person that you are trying to speak to. Okay. Um, I think that is it. So, leaving this class, if you are watching live, make sure you comment down below what your responses is for this live. If you are watching the replay, make sure you also comment down below. Go ahead and grab this ebook in the bio. If you want extra mentoring, make sure that you come into the Leadership Mastery 6-week one-on-one mentoring program. Okay, we will definitely be enhancing your presence and will definitely enhancing your leadership presence. Okay, let me be clear. So your leadership presence will be enhanced. Your communication style, your communication skills will be enhanced. Okay, we will get down and clear and understanding and making sure that you show up as the leader that you want to. Okay, this is going to take some bold action, some bold risk, and this is why I wanted to go ahead and drop this live for y'all this month, so y'all can go ahead and take some bold risk and not be scared. Okay, because at the end of the day, we can't be relying on these social medias to send out our work to the people. Okay, because only 10% of our followers and our audience only see our content. So say if those 10% want even none of your clients, that would piss me off. So instead of depending on social media, how about you take the step, you take the lead, you take the action and go find your people and go DM them. Okay, like I do both attraction marketing and cold DMs, but a lot of my clients come from cold DMing because there are people that I want to work with. Then I get a lot of leads, or I would get back like a mixture of leads of people who I don't even want to work with. So to just weigh that out, I'm going to send DMs to certain people that I want to work with, because by me also reaching high ticket buyers and stuff like that, and high performing women, most of them are very busy. So I need to hop in their DMs. I need to say something to them because they are busy. So if I'm thinking to just solely depend on Facebook to send my posts across their platform, I'm silly to just sit here every day and wait on that. I'm not doing that. And if you don't want to do that, don't do that either. Okay? If you want to go ahead and step into cold DMing, taking an extra step and doing this method, I advise you to go ahead and do it. Go ahead and try it. Okay? Don't feel ashamed if you get objections. Okay, we all get objections. That is the point of being a leader. You take it, you keep going, you just keep going. Okay. I also did talk about customer service, and I talked about other topics in this ebook, Closing with Confidence. I definitely advise you to definitely go ahead and grab this ebook. Okay, you can also write in it as well if you need. Let's see if I can show y'all. So Closing with Confidence, I know it's probably backwards, but Closing with Confidence ebook. Okay, make sure y'all go ahead and grab this. So these are the 3 topics that we talked about. Well, we kind of talked about 4, but these are the ones we mainly talked about. Okay, you see there's more topics. You can also write in it as well. So I would definitely go ahead and advise you to grab this ebook today. Okay, if you have any questions or anything, definitely make sure you drop them in the comments. For the Leadership and Mastery Collective, if you do want some extra assistance for mentoring, definitely come on in. I am only taking 3 right now. So we finish in 6 weeks. Come on and get in. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's get you leveled up, get your presence elevated, your life transformed and moving. Okay? All right. Make sure you check my link in my bio. Get on my calendar, get in my bookings, get in the programs. Let's level up. All right. Talk to y'all soon.